So let me say this, Noble, and to the ladies here. I respect your opinion. I'm not at all an egotistical kind of guy. I enjoy the money I earn, and I do love to spend it on myself and the women or the people I'm around. So my whole thing is in the inverse, right? How women say that's a ick, that a man places his personality in his money, right? What I'm speaking on is like Noble saying, when a woman's saying, I don't want to go to Applebee's, I don't want to don't take me to Denny's, don't take me here, don't take me here, don't take me there, blah, 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 this long laundry list of places I'm not going to go. It seems to men, right, that she's placing her value in her wants. And that's a big ick for men. And that's why we have men can have our opinion about that, right? But when it comes to men, we're not, our opinion isn't valid because we'll just get told, oh, you just don't have enough money to take her where she wants to go.
Oh, you
Okay,
didn't.
so we discussed this earlier before you came into the room, sir.
Mhm.
So maybe I can shed some light on that.
Go ahead.
Um, I understand what you're saying. Like some of these, some of the girls are just, on a whole different vibe nowadays because of the shit they see on the internet.
Hmm.
I personally, and I said this to Noble, I am the daughter of two chefs.
Mm.
I grew up eating chicken cordon bleu. I grew up eating beef Wellington. I grew up eating lobster bisque. I grew up eating certain things because that's what my father cooked. My father was a not necessarily a five-star chef, but worked in five-star restaurants.
Hmm.
Um, he would bring things home, and although we were, middle class, those are the things that I was used to eating. So my palate is different. If I say I don't want to go to those types of restaurants, is because I do not find the food enjoyable. I do not find the experience enjoyable. I do not find the decor and the ambiance enjoyable. I like an experience. So if I say to you that I am a foodie and
Hmm.
I like certain restaurants because I like the experience, I like the service, I like the wine, I like this, I like the pairings. That is why I'm going to say no. I'm not going to an Applebee's for a 2 for 20. It has nothing to do with the money. I don't care for the food.
Hmm.
No, I'm not going to Red Lobster because it's disgusting and I don't want that on my plate.
Right.
I'm not going to a Chili's, which is just pseudo Mexican food because it's disgusting to me. It's heat and eat. It's something they popped in a microwave and brought it to my table. It's disgusting to me. So if I say to you, I prefer a more enjoyable restaurant where my food is prepared freshly and I get the experience of having a nice pairing of wine with the fish, or I get a nice, Merlot with my steak or whatever. That's why, because I am a foodie. Now,
Okay.
for other young ladies who are just trying to step up the experiences that they are having with the types of men that they are going out with, that is why this list was created, because they're now saying, look, we gonna try to help you out a little bit, brother. We don't
Hmm.
want to go to these places because they are low budget and low effort, and we don't want that anymore.
Okay. So let
It's
me
not a
say this.
problem. We're
So let
not
me say
saying
this.
that you cannot have we're not saying that you cannot have your needs, wants, and desires met as well. If that is the type of woman that you don't want to date, by all means find someone who is different and
Hmm.
is willing to go along with, say, hey, I want to go to this restaurant, would you like to go, young lady? And she says, ooh, yeah, that sounds nice. Go to that young lady, not the one who is saying that I don't want to
Okay.
go there.
So
Oh,
I
Rob,
guess
Rob,
so.
can I
Let
ask
me
her?
say this.
Let me ask her a quick question. Let me ask her a quick question. Yeah, so expert, yes, again, it's understandable for a woman, it's understandable for a woman like yourself to that, like you said, you grew up with your parents being chefs and you're accustomed to certain things. But expert is different when somebody's broke, down bad, low down daughter that never even been to Benihana before, never had hibachi, never been to Fogo de Chao, never had Ruth Chris, wouldn't even know how to act if she was in that setting. It's different. So it's different when she's asking for certain things. And this is the thing.
Mhm.
Wait 1 second. This is the thing. These women can ask for what they want to ask for, but they also need to be able to accept that they might not get it either. Because it's a lot of women out here saying I'm not going to go to these places listed on this list, but they don't have men courting them to take them out to these other places. and they not
So
going there on their own either. So
no.
let's just acknowledge that that's a real thing as well.
Mhm.
You can
So
have
Absolutely. And
whatever
I
you
no,
agree.
but let me
want
say
in
I
this,
life.
agree with
Noble.
both of you on that. I
Let me say
agree with
this,
you
Noble,
that I agree with
because
you, Rob, that you should not have to date or court a woman who does not, who has these demands that you just kind of give you the ick. Absolutely. If a woman is giving you the ick, move around.
right.
If a woman
So my
is willing
concern,
to go where you want to go because it's going to be an enjoyable experience for her, then focus on that woman. Move around the ones you don't want to deal with. But
right.
and the ones who are knocking you for you saying, well, I don't particularly care for your attitude and your demands. If they're going to say whatever they want to say afterwards, so what? Who gives a fuck?
So
So what?
I'll say this. Let me just say this because I don't like this. I'm not a long-winded person at all. I'm mostly speaking for the men. I understand that there's levels to the game. I get it. I've played every level of the game. I really have. What I'm telling the men, like you agree to, and Noble agrees, your wants are valid, right? If you're not a Ruth Chris guy, don't worry about taking no girl to Ruth Chris. If you're not a $300 lobster bisque with the cider fingerling potatoes and all this kind of stuff, you don't try to
Me
be that
hungry.
guy. It ain't you. And that's cool. Accept that first of all. If you're a Chili's and $2 taco kind of man, be a Chili's and $2 taco kind of man. Period. And
Realize that you're
then
going to get a $2 taco kind of girl.
but
Stop
and then
trying to stop trying to take the girl that's trying to go to Ruth Chris the $2 tacos. Find the
but
$2 taco chick and take her.
but that's the
And
thing.
that would
So
stop a lot of the nonsense and fighting and arguing from happening. Pick your price range and stick to it, sir.
but and then that's and here's another thing. Somebody said exactly dating your lane. And another thing we have to consider for my guys, right? I understand we got ladies watching, but you have to ask yourself, are you sharing her company or are you buying her time? Cause I mean, paying for the lobster bisque and watching her eat the lobster bisque has nothing to do with you sharing each other's company on a date. The amount I spend on the food has zero to do with us sharing each other's interests, talking about our life goals, talking about our common interests as two people becoming potential partners. That has absolute zero. There's those don't correlate.
Exactly. And that's where your guys that you're talking to get it fucked up because their end game is trying to get the panties. Their end game is not trying to share in each other's lives and experiences to try to get to know each other. So that's where y'all getting it fucked up. If y'all would stop just trying to get to your end goal, which is some draws, you might actually have a decent experience. And or if you let it be known, like, look, sis, this is what I intend to begin with. Are you with it? If she says yes, then you good. If she not with it, find somebody who is. Stop trying to run game and get women to do things that they don't want to do.
Right.
Find one who wants to do what you want to do.
So
If both of y'all if you want to clap the cheeks and she want to get them clapped, by all means, y'all hook up to with each other. Leave the ones who don't want what you don't want the fuck alone.
yeah, so one thing about it is, as a man who's been at every level of the game, I can understand where the ladies are coming from. Because unfortunately, well, fortunately and unfortunately, I've clapped up many a cheeks because I gave into a woman's wants. Now, some might call that tricking. I call it being calculated. When a woman says, I don't want to go here, I don't want to go there, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, if you're just trying to get to the draws, you take her to that nasty vegan food restaurant that you don't got no damn care about. And you force yourself to eat that tofu nasty chicken. And you force yourself to eat that nasty lettuce salad because you know that after you eat that vegan nonsense and you drink the wine and you do this and you do that, if you played your cards right and you gave her enough of that energy, you're going to beat them draws up. That's why I said there's levels to the game. You're going to beat them draws. If you do take her to that $300 dinner, and you talk to the waiter right, and you make her feel special, and you made sure you called ahead to get her name written on a nice card and says, "Welcome to Fogo the Child, Brittany," and she goes, "Oh my God, he put the Fogo the Child, put my name." You're gonna beat them draws up. So men need to
Well,
learn
this
the
is my
game.
question, Rob. This is my question, Rob. And I
Mhm.
really want to ask every guy listening this. Why does it have to be a game? Why?
Because
Because seriously, no, 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 hold on. Because seriously, y'all out here playing games with women, they get hurt, they go crazy, they cutting up your clothes, they stabbing your tires, they busting out your windows in your car, and then you calling somebody crazy. Why play games?
but
Why?
but here but
Because
here's here's
it's only hurting you, and it's destroying the women for the guys who actually want to treat her kindly.
I understand, but I'm not talking about me and what I'm doing. See, I'm aware enough to speak up outside of myself. I'm just
You
saying
started with
what
yourself. Don't
I'm
lie.
saying.
You started with yourself. You said you done beat up many a damn draws playing game. Stop. I listen very closely. Stop.
Right,
You not
that
talking to somebody who's stupid.
I
Okay.
I understand. That is what I said, but I'm trying to speak for the men that I've seen that work the game and work the system, because the thing is, when we're talking about dating, I'm trying to give maybe to a guy watching right now. You got to decide what you want. Are you buying her time? Or are you sharing her company? You got to decide that. And when we're talking about, like Noble said, to stay on topic, right? Talking about, I don't go here, I don't go there, I don't do this, I don't do that. You got to decide what you want out of that woman. You have to choose, because you spending the dollar. I know a lot of women might say do this, but we need some men talking about what they plan to do. Because a lot of women talking, but you're not offering much with the talking. I understand you have autonomy, but you're not offering much. You just want to go eat. I don't get no enjoyment out of watching you eat the lobster bisque. I don't get no enjoyment out of watching you eat and drink on that $35 a glass Riesling at this restaurant. That's
Rob.
not what's getting my pee pee hard.
Okay, but Rob, if we want to if you want to talk about um advising men, advising especially young men about going about things the right way, then if we be 100% real and honest, then what expert is saying is correct. If we if all you really want is cheeks, then communicate that to that woman that all you want is cheeks. And if you really him, and if that's what she wants to do, then she's going to oblige. But again, I don't really, because I don't play them type of games. And I've said that, you've heard me say this, and I've said it a lot tonight. I think men are losers that you gonna go, you like rolling the dice, you playing the game, like, okay, you trying to, like, you sitting across from her, like trying to be someone you're not, but really you just got like one whole objective. And if you was really him, you could have just told her that's what you wanted. And if she was with it, then she would have been with it. But you taking time out of your life and you invested money, you're the one who's losing. Wait. And most of the time, those men that play that game, they don't even win that game.
Right.
So like it's
Facts.
we should not be telling men to do stuff like that. Because
But Noble, let me say this, man, because I'm trying to get us in a certain mindset, my brother. What does the screen say? It says a group of women on Facebook created a list, right? That's
yeah,
what you said, right?
yeah,
They made a list about where they're not going. I can't read that close, right?
yeah.
But all I'm asking is, that's fine. She made the list. That's fine. That's beautiful. I'm glad they got together and they cackled and they drunk some rosé and made a stupid ass list. That's fine. But I'm asking the question of the guys: what do you get out of making her demand list met? You got to get something out of that.
Oh God. And that's where you're steering these guys wrong.
That's not steering
What you're
nobody
getting
wrong.
out of
If
it.
a woman,
Okay,
if a
so
woman tells you,
understand this, Rob. Understand what we're trying to say to you is that If your main objective is ass, that's what you're trying to get out of it. If your main objective is a relationship and sharing a partnership with somebody, then that's what you're trying to get out of it. 90% of men are trying to get ass. And if that's all you're trying to
Okay.
get, you're already losing.
I'm sorry. Let me switch it around. Let me turn the tables around because
Jesus
apparently
Christ.
I'm losing. I understand the game is too deep for most regular people. I understand. I get it. So
And
let
that's
me
the
let me slow it
fucked up
down.
part. It's a goddamn game to y'all.
I get
Women's
it. I
heart
understand.
is not a game.
I get it.
Women's
I
heart is
understand.
not a
Don't
fucking
listen.
game.
Don't get upset. Don't get upset. I understand. Don't get upset.
No, because I feel so bad for these young ladies out here who got to learn the hard
But
way
we're
the
not
shit
talking.
that we learned in my generation, and they not having it no more. We are out here on this internet schooling them because most of them still believe in the fairy tale and still believe in love, still believe in relationships, still want a family, still want a home, still want children, and y'all have got it so fucked up for them because y'all out here playing games with people's hearts and y'all don't get that. You're fucking it up for the people who actually want the same things because y'all playing
Ma'am,
games, and I feel
ma'am,
bad for them. So I have to
ma'am,
tell these ladies how not to get taken advantage of, and
ma'am,
you're trying to teach them how to continue taking advantage. No, I'm
ma'am.
not letting you do
Slow,
that.
slow it down, ma'am. Slow it down.
I ain't gotta
Slow
do
it down,
shit.
please. Slow it down. So Noble, back to what I was saying. She just did a nice little rant right there, but that's the on the flip side. That's the case. If I wanted to rant like a crazy hurt man, I would do the same thing she just did. But I'm just simply asking for my men. Like she says, you're playing the game. I don't want my heart to get broken. Well, as a man, you should ask yourself the same thing. If every woman you come across says, "Don't take me here, don't take me there, don't take me to Applebee's, don't take me to Chili's, don't take me to Walmart, don't take me to Subway, don't take me here, don't take me," at a certain point, if every woman is telling you that and giving you this list of demands, you have to ask yourself, what are you winning by meeting all these crazy demands? Like a hostage negotiator. There's something to get out of it, right? If a woman's giving you this list of demands, what are you as a man, as a person, what do you hope to gain by going through that laundry list and appeasing to her needs and her wants and meeting all of her standards? What is it you stand to gain from that?
What you
That's all
gonna
I'm
gain is a
asking.
boyfriend because all the women gonna stop dating you. That's what you gonna gain, a fucking boyfriend.
Yeah, so
Because all
I
the women
understand you.
gonna
I
stop dating
understand
you.
you're still yelling.
That's
I
what you gonna
understand
get.
you're still yelling, but I'm just asking my brothers. Maybe somebody in the chat, or maybe Noble can say something. He's a man because we got a lot of women that like to talk and rant. I'm asking as a man, what do you hope to gain? If it's booty cheeks and say that, I don't have to talk all night. If a man could come over here and tell me what do you hope to gain by doing that, then that would be beautiful.
Oh, okay, but Rob, you and I know. Again, we're talking about Noble and Rob. Okay, we're not talking about an average earning $40,000 a year black man that is he don't go to the gym, he don't keep himself groomed up, he's desperate, he has a scarcity mindset. We're not talking about that guy. And again, a lot of these, even if women said tomorrow, you know what, even again, all these women can make whatever standards they want to make, but is the guy that's even able to do that pursuing you? Again, so what you're saying is like what you're saying is what do you hope to get out of that? Most of these women are not even going to get that. The same way they're not getting it right now.
Right.
That's why they're having to make this list. The
So
woman the,
Noble,
wo- the women that are getting it are not linking up with other women and making lists about what they're not going to tolerate. So
right. So
so
that's my
these wo-
question.
these women don't even matter. These women will not be in Noble's orbit. These women will not be in Rob's orbit. They're not going to be in a lot of men's orbit. So
Right.
they don't even matter.
Right. So that's my question. See, so that's why I'm not easily offended by the chat or anything we're talking about because I understand intention. I understand intention. If I meet a woman tomorrow and I'm walking through Walmart and I say, you know what, Robert, I think you're going to want some booty cheeks this weekend. I would know what to do and say, right, to get to the booty cheeks. But if we're talking about dating, for most women that seem to want the goal of getting with a quality, caring, loving man, like Mixed Expert when she ranted saying, not getting my heart broken and cares about me and loves me and cares and wants what I want and wants that kind of man, you have to respect, right, the things that he wants from you. So if you come to a man with a list of demands, right? Once again, one more time, let's walk us to the solution. I'm not going here. I'm not going there. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. You better not take me here. You better not take me there. You better not do this. You better not do that. What loving, caring, sophisticated, smart man would say, that's the kind of woman I want to love on forever? What man is doing that?
Again, the weak man that we're talking about going to do that. The weak man. What man that respects himself and cares about himself is going to like know that a woman is with him for all the wrong reasons and like be down with that.
Right.
Okay, but Rob, we're not talking about, bro. Why? I don't know why you keep bringing up. I don't know why you keep bringing up these women as if like even if every woman tomorrow was to make that their standard, as if it will all of a sudden become a reality for them when it's
Right.
not a reality for them right now.
Okay, so let me say this.
I think you're bringing up. I think you're bringing up like an irrelevant conversation because it's not even real.
Right. So that's what I'm trying to walk us toward very slowly but surely. And we're all seem to getting on the same page now through I don't mind being the catalyst for change, right? So the point is that those women that make those kind of demands, they're irrelevant, right? I mean
That's
that's
trying to communicate that to you.
yeah.
Okay,
Those,
let me ask you. Do you listen to women that say stuff like that?
no.
Okay, so why are we talking about them then?
So that's my question. Is I think that a lot of ladies agree with it. And I'm trying to tell them if you start to agree with that, you're going to be left in a relevant space by your dang self, because it's you can't uphold anything you're asking of any quality man.